you think about the way I played my instrument djembe? Did you like it? Well, you might have, but I'm not sure if my instructor would say the same thing. You know what my problem is? There's so many times I tend to rush. I tend to miss beats, or what I do is I rush through beats. That's what my coach, my instructor says to me. And today, the problem that I want to address is the problem of speeding while speaking. Any individual speaks between 100 to 150 words per minute. But when you're speaking very fast, you go way over those limit of words. And what happens is that there are so many times that your words tend to tumble over each other. And your enunciation is so poor that your audience is struggling to understand what you are saying. Tony Robbins, in his very famous TED Talk, Why We Do What We Do, he spoke at a pace of 201 words per minute. But he could get away with it. And how? Because his enunciation was very clear. His choice of words were very simple. So he could still keep his audience engaged. But normally when people speak fast, either they are very nervous or excited. It's one of those two things. So today let me tell you a few things or a few tips that can help you resolve this problem if you are one of those people who face this problem. The first thing that I would like to tell you is time yourself. You probably have a time limit that you can speak for. So time yourself and see if you are going way over time. Because that could also be a reason why you are speeding up to finish your entire content in that given time. So when you time yourself and you see that you are going way over time, I want you to look at the content of your speech and think, is there any part there that you can cut without affecting the quality of your speech? If you can, this is the first thing I would say you do, is cut down the part that you think you can easily cut without damaging the content of your speech. The second thing that I want you to do is learn to use pauses. When you pause, even when you're speaking very fast, when you pause, there are two things that are happening. One, you are giving your audience a chance to catch up with the content. And second, you have put a break on your thoughts. So learn to pace your pauses. Learn to strategize the way you use your pauses. After a very important piece, pause before you go on to the next one. You shifting your thoughts, pause. After every important content of your speech, take a pause before you move on to the next one. The longest that you can pause for is 3 seconds. So aim to pause between 1 to 3 seconds. Use the power of your pause to strategize. Now the third thing that I would tell you is calm your nerves. Most likely you are speaking that fast because you're nervous. So learn to calm your nerves. Before you speak, take a few deep breaths. Calm yourself before you face your audience. Do a few breathing exercises. And lastly, let me suggest this too, because this is something that my djembe coach, my instructor, tells me. Do you know what a metronome is? We use it in music. Metronome repeatedly gives you the beats for as long as you want. you can pace the pace of those beats, and they go. You can go fast, you can go slow. My djembe instructor tells me to use a metronome when I am pacing or when I'm going too fast. Why don't you try to do that too? Play a metronome. You can find this on YouTube. Play a metronome and see if your words are going faster than the metronome. Do a few of these things, and I'm sure with practice, you will learn to pace yourself and go a little slower. So, it's time for you to work on your pace when it's time for me to work on practicing my djembe. So, while you do that, I want you to remember, fuel the power of your communication for the success that you truly deserve.